Crew Sports Network.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. Dot Dog.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85-inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling, the panel filled with guest stars. You now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.G.O.D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Salute to the Knicks Nation. Salute to the big blue and orange skies. You know what time it is. It's game time. Game night, Friday night. Knicks versus Pistons from Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. It's going to be a live watch along tonight. Let's go, Knicks. Thank you guys for tuning in, man, to the Man-Cave podcast. Also a courtesy of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Bringing this live stream tonight. Knicks versus the Detroit Pistons from Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. Knicks and the Pistons. Knicks coming off of 116-107 win at Miami to tie that record up at 2-2 on the season. And that game, big game for Karl Anthony Towns. Last game out, 44 points and 13 rebounds. Big night for Karl Anthony Towns. Broke out in a big way. Couldn't have even did any better, especially in a place like Miami, a game that was desperately needed by the Knicks, and they pulled it out. Also, the Pistons are coming on the season. They are 1-4 on the season. They actually just beat the 76ers 105-95, at Philadelphia. And before they lost the first 4 games of the season at Miami, at Boston, at Cleveland, and versus the Indiana Pacers. So that was their first win on the season. They coming at 1-4. The Knicks coming at 2-2 on the season. Like I said, big game for the Knicks to right this ship right here, man. Hey, these are the games that you got to take advantage of. Karl Anthony Towns has a sore wrist or something like that. Thought he was going to probably miss the game, but game time decision. He is playing tonight, so the Knicks will have their full arsenal of starters in the game against the Pistons. And for the Pistons, they're led by Cade Cunningham, dynamic young playmaker and point guard for the Pistons, averaging 25.6 points a game this season, right on a season game in 5 games. 6'8", one of the better young players in the NBA. Also, you also got Jaden Ivey and also Jalen Duran on the Pistons, and also Isaiah Stewart. So Pistons got a nice little core collection, and then also with some vets, they got what is his name? Tim Hardaway Jr. and also along with Tobias Harris, some veterans on there. So should be a good mix. I'll see what the Pistons starting lineup is. I haven't seen them watch them this season, but as far as the Knicks is going to be the usual starting lineup is going to be Towns, Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Hart, and Jalen Brunson. They're about to tip it off from Little Caesars Arena. Like I said, Friday night, man. Thank you guys for tapping in, man, to this live watch along stream. New York Knicks versus Detroit Pistons from Little Caesars Arena. Jalen Brunson on the season averaging 22.8 points a game. He came alive in that second half against the Heat, scoring by 19 second half points to help propel the Knicks. But like I said, the big night belonged to Karl Anthony Towns. Breakout game for the Knicks, 44 points and 13 boards. He was 17 of 25 from the field. So we'll need that performance again. And these are little games, like I said, these are little games that be like little trap games that you have to win. Knicks got to come out, set the tone, get up on the lead, get up on the Pistons early, and just never look back in this game. Because if you let these guys hang around, that's what happens, and then you end up losing the game sometimes. So let's see how the Knicks come out, what type of intensity they're going to come out with, from that last game in Miami. Hopefully they can shake off a little layoff or something like that, but hopefully they can stay hot from 3-point range and take it to the Pistons, man. Going to need this to get this dub tonight. Let me see some other games around the league tonight. Also playing will be Charlotte. The Boston Celtics will be visiting the Charlotte Hornets. The Orlando Magic will visit the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sacramento will visit Atlanta. Chicago at Brooklyn. Lakers at Toronto. Pacers at the Pelicans. Got the Nuggets at the T-Wolves. And the last game of the night will be the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Portland Trailblazers. So a full slate of NBA games on tonight. So big night in NBA tonight. So some other games will be on tonight, but Knicks will be on center stage right now against the Detroit Pistons, a game that the Knicks are favored as a 6.5-point favorite as the road team in this game. So let's see what the Knicks going to do. Like I see, Bridges and OG Anunoby, like I said, these guys start cooking, man, it's going to be even better for us. Even though, like I said, they are the third and fourth options and things like that. So anything is good, man. And also, man, thank you guys, man, for watching from Twitter, YouTube, and other social media platforms, man. If this is your first time to my channel, the Man Cave Podcast, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share on all social media platforms, as well as go subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. The link is in the chat right there. The Big Blue Crew Sports Network, our one centralized location for all of our contents: boxing, basketball, football, baseball, boxing, MMA, UFC, hockey, wrestling, soccer, man, and many, many more things coming, man. Also, go subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network members as well. G Nation Inside Sports with Big Lou, Big Pat Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion Sports with NYG, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Classified 3F with Joel, Wales to New Jersey, Miz in the Midday, Mac the Giants fan, Zion Zenith, Mets 2128, Leaf Diggy, El Capitan, Rafachudo, Big Blue in the Bronx, Knicks Cast, and also and many, many more from the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Looking at the starting lineups, they're going to have Kay Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris, and Jalen Duran as a starter for the Pistons. Against the Knicks' usual starters, Towns, Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Jalen Brunson. They're about to tip it off right now to get this game started. So it'll be Towns against Duran to tap off at center. So it is game time. Knicks coming into this game against the Pistons, one of the longest active streak against the team. Knicks have won 15 in a row against the Pistons. The win right here will be a Sweet 16. So Knicks looking for the 16th straight win against the Pistons. The tap is up, and it's won by the Pistons with Kay Cunningham across the timeline. Cunningham around a Duran pick. Cunningham looking, finds Tim Hardaway Jr. for a three-point shot. Back to Cunningham, pass with Cunningham. Cunningham with Brunson. Cunningham over to Hardaway for a three-point shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges over to Brunson. Brunson in the lane to Mikal Bridges for the fall-away shot. Good. 2-0 Knicks. All right, Pistons inbound. Duran over to Cunningham. Cunningham to Ivy. Ivy back to Duran. Duran looking for back to Ivy. Ivy down the lane to Duran. Duran in the corner to Hardaway for a three. No good. Rebounded by Josh Hart over to Jalen Brunson. And here comes the Knicks. Brunson looking, probing in the lane. Over to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns back to Brunson. Brunson around the Towns pick to Josh Hart to OG Anunoby. OG down the lane to Karl Anthony Towns up And good. 4-0 Knicks. Thought it was a foul on the play, but no foul. All right, Pistons with the ball. Durant over to Jaden Ivey. Ivey to Hardaway. Jalen Durant in the lane, up and in. 4-2 Knicks. Towns inbounds to Brunson. Brunson across the timeline. Over to Bridges. Bridges guarded by Cunningham. Bridges looking, passes to Towns. Towns backdoor to Jalen Brunson, up and in, and a foul. Nice backdoor by Jalen Brunson. 6-2 Knicks, and Brunson will be at the free throw line to finish off the 3-point play. All right, so Brunson's at the free throw line. Let me put the screen up there. Brunson's at the free throw line to complete this 3-point play. The free throw is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Pistons. And here comes the Pistons over to Cade Cunningham. Cunningham across the timeline. Cunningham looking. Finds Ivy. Ivy back to Cunningham. Cunningham down the lane. Looking. Ball is stolen by Mikal Bridges. Bridges to Brunson. Brunson over to Josh. Alley-oop to OG Anunoby for the dunk. 8-2 Knicks. And there's a timeout on the floor. Knicks up 8-2. Good steal, good fast break. Brunson, alley-oop to OG Anunoby for the dunk. Puts the Knicks up 8-2 early in this game. So far, good start for the Knicks. 9:51 left to go early first quarter. Knicks up 8-2. Good start for the Knicks. Way to come out. Also, want to shout out to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, man. Them guys are all up there in New Jersey, man, going to that Giants Commanders game, the tailgate, on Sunday. So salute to all my brothers up there, man. Y'all have fun, enjoy yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Unpopular Opinion Sports. Big Pass Sports Talk, G Nation Inside Sports with Big Lou, Wales to New Jersey, E the Chosen One, Big Blue in the Bronx, Alex Big Blue in the Bronx. And many, many more be there. Probably Mac the Giants fan. You guys enjoy yourselves, man. And hopefully, like I said, we need that dub on Sunday, man. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy yourselves and good luck up there, bro. So, guys, hopefully get some Pistons fans in here, man. Pistons fans, man, come in here on the chat, man. Talk your talk, man. And, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how you feel about the season. Let me know how you feel about your team, the players and stuff like that, and what you like so far on the season and how you think this is going to help your team grow as the season goes along, man. You got, like I say, you got some good young pieces on there with Cade Cunningham, Jalen Durant, Jaden Ivey. And so got some little building blocks, man. All right, waiting for the timeout, man. Knicks up 8-2 early in this game. Jermaine Royster, what's good, bro? Good to see you, man. Peace. Yeah, watching this Knicks watch along, man, against the Pistons. Need this dub tonight. Like I said, the main thing for the season early on for the Knicks in the season, man, is to get that chemistry down. You know what I'm saying? With the new pieces of Towns and Bridges and stuff like that. It's going to take a minute, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really sweating the issue too much early on the season. Like I said, probably going to take about 20, 30 games for these guys get their feet wet together, chemistry on defense as well, to know where guys are going to be at and helping out and stuff like that. With Bridges and OG and Anunoby, we should have a great defensive wings and stuff like that. Also with Towns at the center position too, to help out. So, and when Mitch comes back, you know what I'm saying, that should be even better. All right, Pistons with the ball. Got Harris over to Durant. Jalen Durant over to Harris. Harris with a shot from free throw line is up and it's good. 8-4. Towns inbounds to Brunson. All right, Brunson over the timeline. Brunson over to Josh Hart. Hart back to over to Towns. Towns to Brunson around the Towns pick. Brunson thought about it. Now he's getting the lane. Spins, shoots. No good. Rebounded by Kay Cunningham. And here comes the Pistons. Over to Tim Hardaway Jr. And he's looking, the ball is stolen with Brunson. Here comes Brunson. Brunson over to Mikal Bridges for a three-point shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Durant. Durant over to Kay Cunningham. Cunningham over to Tobias Harris posting to Mikal Bridges, and he loses the ball. Stolen by Bridges, and here comes the Knicks. Bridges looking down the lane to Josh Hart, and he dunks. 10-4 Knicks. Good backdoor play by Josh Hart. Here comes the Pistons. Durant over to Jaden Ivey. Ivey looking, finds Cunningham. Back to Ivy. Ivy down the lane. Shoots. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Over to Hart. Hart pushes it up. Down the lane. Throws to OG Anunoby for a three-point shot is up and it's good. 13-4 Knicks. All right. Durant inbounds to Ivy. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham. Around an Ivy pick. Here comes Cunningham. Over to Harris. Harris around a Durant pick. Harris down the lane. Shot is up and it's good. 13-6. Towns inbounds to Brunson. Brunson over the line, over the timeline, over the Bridges. Bridges looking, finds OG Anunoby. OG down to Karl Anthony Towns. The shot is up, no good, but it's a foul. So Towns will be at the free throw line. 13-6 early first quarter, 7:35 left to go in the game. Knicks up 13-6. All right, like I said, Towns had a monster game the last game, 44 points, 13 boards. Big game for Karl Anthony Towns, breakout game. And his first free throw was up. And it's no good. So Brunson missed, Towns missed. It's got to clean up on that free throw line, man. All right, Towns' next free throw's up, and it's good. 14-6 Knicks. All right, Pistons inbound the ball. Durant inbounds to Cunningham. Cunningham over to Beasley. Beasley just can't get Beasley over to Hardaway Jr. Hardaway Jr. over to Durant. Durant, the pass is stolen by OG Anunoby, and here comes the Knicks. OG down the lane, up and in. 16-6. Good steal by OG Anunoby. Here comes the Pistons. Inbound the ball, Durant to Beasley. Beasley to Cunningham. Cunningham down the lane with back to Beasley with a shot up in the lane, and it's good. 16-8. All right, OG Anunoby to Brunson. Brunson over to Hart. Hart over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges backdoor to Brunson and lays it up and in. 18-8 Knicks. Knicks getting a lot of easy backdoor baskets. Pistons with the ball. Inbounds to Kay Cunningham. Cunningham alley-oops to Durant. He misses. Rebounded by Josh Hart. Here comes the Knicks. Hart looking over to Karl Anthony Towns. Shot is up and is no good. Thought he got fouled, but no foul. Here comes the Pistons. Cunningham over to Tobias Harris for a three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Towns over to Brunson. Brunson looking over to Towns. Towns to OG Anunoby down in the post. OG turns, shoots, and he gets the roll. 20-8 Knicks. So far, hot shooting for the Knicks. Hot start. All right, the Pistons inbound. Durant inbounds to Cunningham. Cunningham over to Tobias Harris. Harris looking to Durant. Down back to Kay Cunningham for a shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Towns ahead to Brunson. Brunson with the Cunningham. Brunson step back jump shot and is blocked by Kay Cunningham. And he is out. So it'll be Knicks ball. So hot start for the Knicks up 12 points on the Pistons right now, 20-8. All right. Knicks inbounds. Brunson inbounds to OG Anunoby to Karl Anthony Towns for a three, up and good. 23-8 Knicks. So, and Karl Anthony Towns keeps up his hot shooting. All right, Pistons inbound. Beasley inbounds to Cunningham. Cunningham around a Stewart's pick. Cunningham with the shot is up. No good, but it's a foul on the Knicks. So Pistons coming in this game, starting off cold in this game, down 23-8 to the Knicks already. All right, so Towns will go to the bench and be substitution in for Towns. It'll be Jericho Sims in, as well as Deuce McBride is also in the game for Josh Hart. All right, so the Pistons inbound. All right, Beasley over to Cunningham. Cunningham down the lane. Cunningham with a step back jump shot up and good. 23-10 Pistons. All right, Knicks inbound. Deuce McBride over to Brunson. Brunson across the timeline looking around the pick. Brunson down deep in the corner down to OG Anunoby. OG down the lane, and he's fouled by Cunningham. So OG Anunoby will be at the free throw line with the Knicks up 23-10. So Knicks, OG Anunoby's first free throws up, and it's good. 24-10. All right, OG Anunoby's second free throws up, and it's good. 25-10 Knicks. So Knicks up to a 15-point lead on the Pistons. All right, Pistons inbound. Pistons inbound the ball. Isaiah Stewart inbound over to K. Cunningham. Cunningham across the timelines looking. Cunningham over to Tobias Harris around a Isaiah Stewart pick. Harris down the lane, and the shot is blocked by Sims over to Brunson. Brunson ahead, and it's a foul on the floor. Foul on Isaiah Stewart. All right, so Knicks off to a good start, 25-10 in this game, up 15. Knicks inbounds, OG Anunoby with inbound. OG looking, finds Bridges. Bridges over to Sims. Sims back to Bridges. Bridges down the lane, throws it up, no good. Rebounded by the Pistons. Cunningham, and here comes the Pistons. Cunningham up ahead, and it's a travel violation. Turnover for the Pistons. Knicks will get the ball back. All right, Knicks have the ball. Deuce McBride over to Jalen Brunson. Brunson across the timeline. Brunson with a step-up three-point shot up and good. 28-10 Knicks, and a timeout on the floor. Wow, what a start for the Knicks. Up 18 points in this game already. 28-10. Couldn't ask for a better start, man, for the Knicks from this game, man. Come out hot in this game. Like I said, these are the type of games Knicks got to come out on fire. Knicks got to, lead from start to finish and get up to an early lead and don't look back in games like this. So right now, like I said, the Knicks are 28-10 right now. That's exactly what you want to see. So, like I said, hopefully the Knicks keep this hot shooting going on. And like I said, could salt this game away. Don't have to worry too much and let some of the rookies play in this game a lot. Games like this, to get them some good experience and get them some development and get some more playing time in the game. Like I said, main thing for the Knicks, man, got to get some guys back. Precious Achiuwa is out right now. Josh Hart playing with a sprained ankle, so he's going to be in and out of the lineup and stuff like that. And Mitchell Robinson, when he gets back, he should be back by mid-December, somewhere near January, something like that. And when we get him back, man, we're going to be even that much, much better defensively, too, when he gets back. So always a great thing, man. Like I said, the main thing, we just going to start developing this bench, to bring in for the starters. I noticed some of the starters are going to stagger with some minutes with the guys off the bench, which is good. That's a good thing, to help out and stuff like that. So right now, Knicks up 18, 28-10. 4:08 left to go in the first quarter. Pistons coming out of this game ice cold in this game, 10 points only. The Knicks are coming out on fire. Yeah, so far in this game, been excellent ball movement in this game for the Knicks, man. It's a lot of backdoor plays and stuff like that, going backdoor and moving without the ball. Exactly what you want. Get some easy baskets, man. Alley-oop passes. I'm loving this, man. Guys are just like finding each other and things like that. And guys are also, like I said, moving, running, moving without the ball. All right. Knicks have 9 assists on 11 field goals. Excellent. All right. So it'll be Pistons ball. Inbound to K Cunningham. Cunningham to Isaiah Stewart. Stewart looking over to Ron Holland II, and he turns the ball over. All right. Knicks will inbound the ball. Pistons are coached by J.B. Bickerstaff, former Cleveland Cavaliers coach, first year with the Detroit Pistons. All right, Knicks with the ball. Sims over to Brunson. Brunson back to Sims. Over to OG Anunoby. OG looking over to Jericho Sims. Sims over to Jalen Brunson. Brunson down the lane with the shot is up. No good, but he's fouled. So Jalen Brunson will be at the free throw line. All right, like I said, keep attacking and keep being aggressive. You got when you jump on these teams. All right, Brunson's on the free throw line. His first free throw is up, and it's no good. These guys are missing some free throws, man, early on in this game, All right, Brunson's second free throw is up, and that's good. 29-10 Knicks. 19-point Knicks lead. Pistons with the ball. All right, Pistons inbound. Ron Holland II inbounds to K Cunningham. Cunningham across the timeline, looking around the Isaiah Stewart pick. Cunningham down the lane, up, no good. Rebounded by Stewart. Over the corner to Ron Holland. Holland over to Malik Beasley. Beasley with a 3-point shot is up and is good. 28-13. Sims inbounds to Brunson. Brunson across the timeline. Brunson around a Sims pick. Brunson in the lane. Shoots and scores. 31-13. Knicks up 18. Here comes the Pistons. Cunningham around Ron Holland screen. Back out to Isaiah Stewart. Stewart trying to go down the lane. Back to Cunningham. Cunningham with an elbow jump shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Jericho Sims. Sims ahead to Brunson. Brunson across the timeline. Brunson step up 3-point shot is up and it's good. 34-13 Knicks. Boy, the Knicks coming out on fire. Up 21 points. All right, Pistons inbound to Cunningham. Jalen Brunson, 13 first quarter points already. Cunningham to Holland. Over to Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart to Malik Beasley. Beasley with a shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Sims. Sims over to Brunson. Brunson looking. Brunson around the Jericho Sims screen. Brunson with a step back jump shot is up. No good. Rebounded by OG Anunoby. OG to Mikal Bridges for a 3-point shot is up. No good. Rebounded by McBride. Over to Brunson. Brunson to Deuce McBride for a 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by K Cunningham. Here comes the Pistons. Cunningham down the lane, spins out to Isaiah Stewart for his 3-point shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Bridges. Bridges over to Brunson. Brunson looking. Brunson down the lane. Shot up and in. 36-13 Knicks. Pistons with the ball. Holland over to K. Cunningham. Pistons are still cold in this first quarter. 13 points only in the first quarter. Cunningham guarded by Bridges. Cunningham over to Beasley to Holland for a 3-point shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by OG Anunoby. OG bringing the ball up. 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. OG looking over to Deuce McBride. And it's going to be a moving screen on Jericho Sims. All right, so Sims will come out and replaced by Josh Hart. And also Cameron Payne will also check into the game for the Knicks as well as Karl Anthony Towns will check back into the game. So Sims, Brunson, and OG Anunoby will take a seat. All right, Pistons with the ball. Jaden Ivey to Ron Holland. Holland over to Isaiah Stewart. Stewart over to Jaden Ivey. Ivey around the Stewart screen out to Malik Beasley for a 3-point shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Cameron Payne. Payne looking, coming up over to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns down the lane, up and in, and a foul. 38-13 Knicks. 25-point Knicks lead. Towns will be at the free throw line for the 3-point play to finish off the 3-point play. And Towns' free throw is up, and it's good. 39-13 Knicks. Blistering first quarter for the Knicks. 39 points in the first quarter. Pistons with the ball. Inbound the ball. It'll be Stewart will inbound the ball to Malik Beasley. Beasley to Fontecchio. Fontecchio bringing the ball up. Fontecchio against Cameron Payne, and the foul is called on Payne. 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Knicks up 39-13. All right. Pistons will inbound. Holland looking. Finds Ivy. Ivy to Beasley. Back to Ivy. Ivy with the shot is up. No good. Rebounded by the Knicks. Mikal Bridges. Here comes Bridges bringing the ball up. Knicks will hold for the last second for the last shot. Bridges down the lane over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart to Karl Anthony Towns, and his shot is blocked by Isaiah Stewart. And that's the end of the first quarter. All right. First quarter's over in the books. Knicks come out blistering. Excellent first quarter for the Knicks. 39 points in the first quarter, leading the Pistons 39-13, a 26-point lead in this game early on for the Knicks. And look at some stats in this game. Mikal Bridges with 2 points. OG Anunoby with 11 points. Karl Anthony Towns with 9 points. Jalen Brunson, the high man, with 15 points in the first quarter. 2 for Josh Hart. And nobody scores off the bench for the Knicks. Knicks shooting so far 15 of 24 in that first quarter for 63%. 3-point shots, they were 4 of 7 for 57%. Free throw shooting, they were 5 for 8 for 63%. And the Knicks had 14 rebounds and 10 assists in that first quarter. 5 steals to go along with it. Excellent first quarter for the Knicks. And for the Pistons, they're led by Tobias Harris had 4 points in the first quarter. Jalen Duran had 2, and K. Cunningham had 2 for the starters. Off the bench, they got 5 points for Malik Beasley. For the Pistons in this game, first quarter, 6 of 21 for only 29% shooting. 3-point shooting, they were 1 for 9 for 11%. And they haven't been to the free throw line. They have 8 rebounds and 2 assists only. But they had 7 turnovers. And that's what really caused them is that 7 turnovers in the first quarter with that cold shooting. Not a good recipe. So Knicks had a strong first quarter, leading 39-13 in this game in the first quarter. So Knicks, just like I said in the beginning, man, all the Knicks got to do is jump out to a big lead, hold serve, and just keep it going. Like I said, to salt this game away, man, and let some of these young guys play, get some experience, get some more playing time. Big lead like this, Knicks, like I said, got to keep their foot on the gas. They got to be aggressive and keep it up because we need this dub, man. These are the games that you're supposed to win. Couldn't ask for a better start than this. What the Knicks are doing right now. See, checking out some other scores around the league. Got the Pistons and the Hornets. Boston is leading 40-25 after one. You got Cleveland up 31-16 over Orlando. And so far, those are the other two games that's just started. So about the second quarter is about to tip off soon. Got about to start. All right, Knicks inbounds to Cameron Payne. Payne with the ball. Over around the pick. Looking for Karl Anthony Towns. Over to Towns. Towns with Stewart on Towns with the fall away shot. No good. Rebounded by Stewart. And here comes the Pistons. Holland in the lane, and he scores. So Knicks with the ball. Cameron Payne in the lane. Shoots. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Up and in. 41-15. So good offensive rebound from the Knicks. All right. Pistons with the ball. Ivy over to Stewart. Ivy around the pick. Back to Ivy. And there's a foul call on the floor down to 2 seconds on the shot clock. Wow. That was like a little bailout call right there. All right, Pistons will inbound the ball down 41-15 early second quarter. All right, Jaden Ivey over to Beasley. Back to Ivy. So it's a technical foul on JB Bickerstaff, and the free throw by Deuce McBride is no good. So the Knicks are not shooting well from the free throw line to start this game. Technical foul was on the assessed to the Pistons head coach, JB Bickerstaff. All right. It'll be Pistons ball. Pistons will inbound. Ivy over to Beasley. Back to Ivy. Ivy around a Stewart screen. Ivy shot down the lane, lays it up, and it's good. 41-17. All right. McBride inbounds to Cameron Payne. Back to McBride. McBride down the lane over to Payne around a Town screen. Back to McBride. McBride looking for Karl Anthony Towns. Towns with Stewart on him. Towns down low, but the shot is up and it's no good. Rebounded by Towns. Back up and good. 43-17. All right. So Knicks up 26. Again, 43-17. Good, strong take by Karl Anthony Towns. Should have been an and one, but no call. It's all good. Pistons with the ball. Ivy over to Beasley, and it's stripped by Deuce McBride. Turnover. Here comes the Knicks. Mikal Bridges in the corner. Deuce McBride for a three-point shot up, and it's good. 46-17. Knicks keep pouring it on. All right. It's Beasley with a three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Jaden Ivey. Ivy over to Malik Beasley, and the pass is stolen by Deuce McBride to Josh Hart. Hart down the lane over to Mikal Bridges in the corner. Bridges to Cameron Payne. Karl Anthony Towns for a three-point shot up, and it's good. 49-17 Knicks, and timeout on the floor. Knicks up 32 points on the Pistons. Knicks come out on fire. Knicks up 49-17 on the Pistons. So Knicks still coming out smoking in this game. 49-17. Knicks up 32 points already in this game. Like I said, man, couldn't ask for a better start. Like I said, Knicks have won 15 in a row against the Pistons, looking for number 16 right now. And the Pistons have come out flat in this game, and that's not a great recipe, man. Come out flat, as well as the poor shooting, and then also turning the ball over too. Turnovers and poor shooting is doing them in right now. So, like I said, what a great start for the Knicks, man. Couldn't ask for a better start. Let me look at some other scores so far. Boston's up 44-37 in that game over the Hornets. Like I said, the Hornets have coming out smoking too in that game. All right. Some other scores, like I said, Cleveland up big on Orlando 36-18. No Paulo Banchero. He's out with a oblique strain, so he's not playing. Also, Sacramento up 12-5 over Atlanta. Brooklyn up 9-8 over Chicago. Those are early first quarter scores. And also Lakers up 7-0 over Toronto as we speak. So back to the Knicks, back to action. Holland with the ball inbounds over to Hardaway Jr. to Duran. Duran back to Holland. Holland down the lane, lays it up and in. 49-19. All right, Knicks are inbound. Josh Hart inbound. Marcus Sasser is also in the game for his Hart inbounds to Deuce McBride. McBride to Cameron Payne. Payne. Around the Towns pick. Payne down the lane, lays it up. And no good, but he's going to the free throw line. Nope, it's goaltending. 51-19, so count the basket. 51-19 Knicks. All right, Durant inbounds the ball to Kay Cunningham. Cunningham around the Durant pick in the corner to Holland. Holland down lane, and he turns the ball over. Karl Anthony Towns over to Josh Hart. And he gets the ball stolen, and then he fouls Tim Hardaway Jr., so it'll be Pistons ball. All right, Pistons inbound the ball to Sasser back to Cunningham. Cunningham around the Sasser pick. Cunningham looking around the Durant pick. Cunningham free throw line, jump shot up, and it's good. 51-21. Knicks. All right, Josh Hart inbounds to Cameron Payne. Payne across the timeline. Payne looking. Finds Karl Anthony Towns down to Payne. Payne in the corner to Mikal Bridges for a three-point shot up, and it's good. 54-24. Here comes the Pistons. Durant into Cunningham. Cunningham looking. Finds Sasser. Sasser over to Holland to Tim Hardaway Jr. for his three-point shot that is up, and it's good. 54-24. Knicks inbounds. Towns inbounds to Payne. Payne over to looking around over to Josh Hart. Hart to Deuce McBride. McBride in the lane. His shot is up and it's blocked. And it's Knicks ball. So the Knicks will inbound the ball underneath the basket. All right, so the Knicks will inbound the ball. Knicks inbound to Bridges to Brunson around a Towns pick. Brunson down the lane and nobody stops him. 56-24. Pistons fell asleep. Durant into K. Cunningham. Cunningham across the timeline. Cunningham around a Durant pick down the lane. Lays it up and in. 56-26. Towns quickly inbounds to Josh Hart. Hart across the timeline. Waiting on his teammates around the Towns pick. Over to Bridges. Bridges still looking over to Brunson. Brunson to Josh Hart. Hart to Deuce McBride. McBride looking. 3-point shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Pistons. And here comes Kay Cunningham up to Hardaway Jr. for his 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Bridges. Bridges over to Brunson. Brunson around the Josh Hart pick. Brunson down the lane, lays it up and in. And one. 58-26 Knicks. So, like I said, Knicks are just in attack mode and just staying aggressive, and that's what you got to do, man. Once you get a lead on these guys, just keep your foot on the gas. So Brunson will be at the free throw line to complete the 3-point play. And the free throw is up, and it's good. 59-26 Knicks, 33-point Knicks lead. Early second quarter, mid-second quarter, 6:35 left to go. Man, the Knicks have come in this quarter and just opened up a can, man, so far. All right, so Pistons will inbound. Pistons are flat cold right now. Cunningham over to Duran. Duran back to Cunningham. Cunningham over to Ivy. Ivy to Duran. Duran over to Cunningham. Cunningham looking over to Tobias Harris. And Tobias Harris down the lane with the shot is up. No good, but he's going to the free throw line. Fouled by Josh Hart. So Tobias got him on a up and under fake move. He made him bite. So Harris will be at the free throw line. His first free throw's up, and it's good. 59-27. So checking in. Beasley would check back into the game for Durant. All right. Harris's second free throw is up, and that's also good. 59-28. So Knicks will inbound. All right. Josh Hart inbounds to Brunson. Brunson across the timeline. Brunson bringing it up around a Jericho Sims pick. Brunson still looking. Got with Tobias in the corner to OG Anunoby. OG down the lane with a shot up and no good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris over to K. Cunningham. Cunningham down the lane. The shot is up and is good. 59-30. Good strong move by K. Cunningham. Knicks inbound. Inbound. Josh Hart over to Sims. Sims to Brunson. Brunson over to OG Anunoby. Over to Sims. Sims looking, finds Brunson. Brunson down the lane. Shot is up. And look like it's going to be a charge. Yeah. So charge on Jalen Brunson down the lane. All right, so it'll be Pistons ball. Down 59-30. All right, Pistons inbound. Cunningham to Tobias Harris. Harris down the lane. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Jericho Sims. Sims over to Josh Hart. Hart looking over to Brunson. Over to Deuce McBride for a 3-point shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Harris. Here comes the Pistons over to Cunningham. Cunningham over to Beasley for a 3-point shot from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Hart. And here comes the Knicks. Both teams going cold the last minute. Okay. Hart down the lane. Thought he got fouled, but it'll be Knicks ball out of bounds. All right. Brunson will inbound. 4:48 left to go. Brunson to Sims. Brunson down the lane. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by the Pistons. Harrison. Here comes the Pistons. Harris up ahead to Sasser for the easy shot. 59-32. All right. Brunson inbounds to Josh Hart. Hart across the timeline. Finds Brunson. Brunson around the Jericho Sims play. Brunson over to Josh Hart. Hart down the lane. Throws it out to Deuce McBride over to Brunson. Brunson with a 3-point shot up, and it's good. 62-32. Nice shot. Nice pass. Pistons with the ball. Beasley over to Cunningham. Cunningham down the lane over to Beasley to Tobias Harris for a 3-point shot, and that's good. 62-35. Good. All right. Tobias Harris with the last three. Knicks up 62-35. Hart inbounds to Brunson. Brunson down the lane. Shoots. No good. Short. And here comes the Pistons. Rebounded by Harris. Harris looking over to K. Cunningham. Cunningham down the lane. Lays it up and in. 62-37. 25-point Knicks lead. 3:27 left to go, and the Knicks will call a timeout. 62-37. Knicks up by 25. (62-37), 3:24 left to go. Late second quarter. Knicks up 25. Like I said, man, if this is your first time to my channel, man, please hit that like and subscribe button, man. Also share this on all social media platforms to the Man Cave podcast, man. Like I said, giving you Knicks contents all season long, man. The NFL, Giants, as like I said, next week after be Duke basketball. Duke will be starting up soon, so I'll bring you some Duke content as well. But like I said, also, man, go subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. The link is in the chat. Our one centralized location for all our content: boxing, basketball, football, baseball. Like I said, MMA, UFC, soccer, wrestling, and go subscribe to all the Big Blue Crew Sports members, man. Great content creators, man. Everybody doing what they do. Like I said, you go subscribe to G Nation Inside Sports with Big Lou, Big Pat Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion Sports with NYG, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Classified 3F with Joel, Miz in the Midday, Wales to New Jersey, Mac the Giants fan, Zion Zenith, Leaf Diggy, Mets 21-28, Big Blue in the Bronx, Knicks Cast, myself, the Man Cave podcast, and El Capitan, Rafachudo. And also, man, the newest members, man, the delay of Game Crew. So, man, just go and subscribe, man. So, and also hit that notification bell so you know what time we're going to be on posting contents and stuff like that. G Money, what's good, bro? Salute. Yeah, Knicks offense is flowing, man, like the Hudson River. You already know what it is, man. Smash that like button. You already know, man. You already know what it is, bro. Can't believe the Knicks came out this game starting off hot, real hot in this game, man. And that's how they keeping it, real hot. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it up. Like I said, just keep your foot on the gas on the Pistons, man. Keep your foot on the gas with these guys. Like I said, just keep doing what they're doing. Like I said, getting some easy baskets, going backdoor, making some 3-point shots, man. Can't ask for a better start for the Knicks. All right, Knicks with the ball. Inbounds, Karl Anthony Towns. Towns to Brunson. Brunson to Towns for a 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Cunningham. Here comes the Pistons. Cunningham across the timeline. Cunningham around a Harris pick over to Harris. Harris looking with Towns on him. Harris pulls up with a jump shot up, and it's good. 62-39. All right. Here comes the Knicks. Hart inbounds to Brunson. Brunson back to Hart. Hart looking. Finds Mikal Bridges. Bridges looking. Back and posting up. Bridges in the lane with a shot up, and it's good. 64-39. Here comes the Pistons. Got Harris inbounding to Cunningham. Cunningham over to Sasser. Sasser over to Beasley. Beasley around the Sasser pick. Beasley with a 3-point shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Bridges. Bridges over to Brunson. Brunson over to Josh Hart. Hart looking, finds OG Anunoby. The ball is stolen by Sasser over to Beasley. Beasley, no good, but it's put in by Tim Hardaway Jr. Bridges over to Brunson. Brunson ahead to Josh Hart. Hart to OG Anunoby for a 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by K. Cunningham. Cunningham to Tobias Harris to Sasser. Back to Hardaway Jr. with a 3-point shot up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Josh Hart. Hart. Knicks up 64-41. Hart underneath to Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns underneath. Shot is up and is blocked. Rebounded Towns out to Mikal Bridges to OG Anunoby. OG in the lane. Block over to Jalen Brunson in the corner for his 3-point shot is up and is good. 67-41. Good shot by Jalen Brunson. 119 left to go. Knicks up 26. Brunson, Pistons inbound. Hardaway Jr. to Cunningham. Cunningham across the timeline. Cunningham down the lane, lays it up and in. 67-43. All right, Knicks with the ball. Hart over to Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns in the lane, and he's fouled. Yeah, probably should have been a continuation, but all right. Knicks will have to inbound the ball. All right. Bridges inbounds to Josh Hart. Hart looking, finds Anunoby. Anunoby to Towns. Towns back to Anunoby for the layup underneath. Nice. 69-43. All right. Pistons inbound. Ivy inbounds to Harris. Harris with Towns on him. Harris down the lane, and he loses the ball. 32 seconds left to go. All right, Knicks will inbound. All right. So Knicks throw the ball away. It'll be Pistons ball. Knicks up 69-43. Pistons inbound the ball. Durant inbounds to Jaden Ivey. That's a Sasser inbounds to Sasser. Sasser will let the shot clock. Is 14 seconds. Sasser still looking at Isaiah Stewart. Stewart to Malik Beasley for a 3-point shot. His shot is up and is good. 69-46. Knicks inbound. Hart to Brunson. 5 seconds left to go. Back to Hart. And fall away 3-point shot. No good. And that's to be the halftime score. Knicks go up 69-46 at halftime. One time Knicks had a big lead of 33 points. Now it's a 23-point game. But the Knicks are still in firm control of the game, up 69-46 in this game. I'm going to look at some halftime stats. But before we do that, we're going to get a word from our sponsor, the Big Blue Crew Sports Network.
the Big Blue Crew Sports Network.
All right, looking at the first half stats in this game. Like I said, Knicks up 69-46 at halftime. For the Knicks, the starters, Knicks starters, Mikal Bridges has 7 points in the first half. OG Anunoby has 13 points. Karl Anthony Towns with 16 big points. The high man has been Jalen Brunson, 26 first half points. Man, Josh Hart with 2 points. Off the bench, Cameron Payne has 2, and Deuce McBride has 3 points. As far as the Knicks shooting, overall 27 of 51 for 53%. 3-point field goals, the Knicks are 9 of 17 for 53%. Free throws, the Knicks are 6 of 10 for 60%. Rebounding, 23 rebounds for the Knicks, go with 15 assists and only 5 turnovers. For the Detroit Pistons, Tobias Harris has 11 points. Tim Hardaway Jr. has 5. Jalen Duran has 2 points. The high man is Cade Cunningham with 12 points. Jaden Ivey has 2 points. And off the bench, Ron Holland II has 4 points. Malik Beasley had 8 big points off the bench. And Michael Sasser has 2 points off the bench. For the Pistons shooting overall, they're 20 of 42 for 48%. 3-point range they're only 4 of 17 for 24%. Free throws, they've only taken 2 free throws, 2 for 2. Rebounding, have 18 rebounds, but they have 11 turnovers, and that's what's been doing the Pistons in. The 11 turnovers and the 3-point shooting are 4 of 17, and that's why they are in the hole 69-46, down to the Knicks at halftime by 23 points. Looking at some other scores around the league in the NBA, got Boston is up 67-64 with 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go before the half over Charlotte. High scoring game going on there. Also in the second quarter, 3:47 left to go. Cleveland up 53-38 over Orlando. Like I said, Orlando playing without Paolo Banchero due to injury. First quarter, Sacramento is up 26-16 over Atlanta. End of first quarter, Brooklyn is up 37-30 over Chicago. And also first quarter, the Lakers up 37-14 over the Toronto Raptors. And also, like I said, for the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, I am on streaming live right now and streaming the Knicks and the Pistons game. And on the other stream for the network will be Leaf Diggy. He's doing the Brooklyn Nets against the Chicago Bulls. So you can go tap in on that right now. Like I said, Nets are up 37-30 in that game in the first quarter. So great start for the Nets, man. You know, like I said, full slate of games on the NBA tonight. Other games will get started soon will be Indiana Pacers at the New Orleans Pelicans. Then you have Denver at Minnesota. And then the last game would be the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Portland Trailblazers. And that'll be the nightcap tonight. Like I said, right now, the halftime score, Knicks up 69-46 over the Pistons. A lot to like in the first quarter for the Knicks, how the Knicks came out. You know what I'm saying? Knicks came out hot, and they stayed hot in this game. That's all you can ask for. They had very little turnover, which is good. Whereas the Pistons, what could go wrong did go wrong. Like I said, as far as the shooting, bad shooting, poor shooting, especially from the 3-point range, 4 of 17. But then they got 11 turnovers too. And that right there is Doom's 11 turnover. I'm tap into Leaf Diggy calling that Brooklyn Nets game. Let's see what Leaf Diggy. He's calling the Brooklyn Nets game. So So I know he's having a good time calling the Brooklyn Nets game right now. They beating Chicago right now, and that's to be some little Chicago's. Been surprised too. Brooklyn Nets and Chicago's been surprised, so that should be a great game. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, man. Hey, couldn't ask for nothing better, man. Started this Knicks game. Knicks Friday night game, man. Knicks at night, Friday night Knicks. You know how it is, man. Like I said, get this dub tonight, man, and start putting together a nice little win streak here. You know what I'm saying? While getting these guys some more play in experience, game experience, man. Get some chemistry going with these guys. Also start solidifying that bench and developing that bench, man. So, like I said, in the second half, what the Pistons got to do for adjustments for Pistons, they got to come out. First things first, they got to take care of the basketball, stop turning the ball over. Take care of that ball, stop turning it over, and then also the shooting got to get some, make some shots. So if they start doing that, they can get themselves back in the game. But they'll have to, like I said, just take care of the ball and put the ball in the basket, man. Malice on the Palace. Like I said, other scores look like going halftime. Cleveland is up 63-44 over Orlando. And at halftime, Boston is up 71-67 over Charlotte. So they are in a shootout in that game at halftime. Other scores, end of the first quarter, Sacramento's up 33-26 in that game. And also in the second quarter, Nets are up 43-33 over Chicago in Brooklyn. Also, end of the first quarter, the Lakers are up 43-19 over Toronto. And just getting started, Indianapolis, the Pacers are taking on the Pelicans. Pacers are up 3-0 early on in that game. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So, like I said, man, great first half for the Knicks, man. Very happy for them. Like I said, just got to keep doing what they got to do, man. Like I said, keep their foot on the gas. This third quarter, have a big third quarter and really put this game away. I mean, right now they up big, but come on the third quarter, got to extend this lead. And I don't even care if they trade baskets, but hey, as long as Detroit don't make this a game or come back in this game, the Knicks got to keep their foot on the gas, man. And like I said, keep getting deflections, keep getting turnovers and stuff like that. That's all we can ask for to get to put some distance between us and the Pistons. And let's come out with this dub in Motown. So waiting for the start of this third quarter to tip off. All right, like I said, man, big first half for Jalen Brunson, man. 26 points in the first half. Carl Anthony Towns, another good game with 16 points, man. Hey, like I said, the shots keep falling, man. They start doing their thing, man. Like, just keep it going. Said, man, let's go. Like I said, let's see what the Knicks come out in the third quarter, man. Brunson, if he stays hot, and Carl Anthony Towns, they stay hot, man. Should be good. Like I said, I like to see some of these like the young guys, man. Tyler Kolek and Ariel Hukporty come in this game and get some more playing time, get some playing time, and get some more experience and stuff like that. Friday night Knicks. Third quarter is about to start. See if the Knicks could keep this hot streak going, man, and keep it going. All right, third quarter is about to start. Knicks about to take the court. Start this third quarter. All right, Hard is going to inbounds to Bridges. Bridges to Brunson. Little Caesar Arena look empty. A lot of empty seats there for the Pistons home game. All right, Brunson over to Hart. Hart back to Brunson. Brunson over to Carl Anthony Towns. Towns down the lane, lays it up and in. 71-46. Durant into Cunningham. Cunningham around the Tim Hardaway Jr., around the Hardaway Jr. pick, around the Durant pick. Cunningham in the lane, looking. Turns the ball over to Tobias Harris. Harris over to Ivy with the 3-point shot up and it's good. 71-49. Knicks with the ball. Bridges over to Brunson. Brunson to Towns. Towns to Hart. Hart to Towns for a 3-point shot is up and is good. 74-49. Here comes the Pistons. Ivy over to Cunningham. Cunningham around an Ivy pick. Cunningham down the lane with the shot is up and it's good. 74-51. Towns inbounds to Brunson. Brunson. Back to Towns. Over to Hart. Hart Back to Towns. Towns looking. Towns still dribbling over to Josh Hart. Hart over to Brunson. Brunson. Step back 3-point shot up and it's good. Man, Brunson is still hot. 77-51. Knicks up 26. Pistons the ball. Duran over to Cunningham. Cunningham down the lane. Alley-oop to Duran. Up. No good, but he is fouled. So he'll be at the free throw line for 2. All right, Duran's at the free throw line. His first free throw is up. And it's no good. 77-51 Knicks. His second free throw is up and it's good. 77-52. All right, Knicks with the ball. Knicks with the ball. Hard inbounds to Brunson. Brunson across the timeline. Brunson's looking, coming around the Towns pick, around our Josh Hart pick. Brunson still looking with the ball. Passes to Towns. Towns back to Brunson. Brunson throws it, and it's turnover. And here comes the Pistons. And it's stolen back. OG Anunoby over to Josh Hart for the dunk underneath. 79-52. Good play. Inbounds to Tobias Harris. Harris looking for a teammate. Finds Duran. Over to Duran. Duran over to Tim Hardaway Jr. Step back jump shot is up and is no good. Rebounded by OG Anunoby over to Jalen Brunson. Brunson. Step back 3-point shot up. No good. Rebounded by Josh Hart. Back to Brunson. Another 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris up ahead to K. Cunningham. Cunningham splits between 2 players. But picked up by Duran, and he dunks it. 79-54. Hart inbounds to Brunson. Brunson across the timeline. Around the Towns pick. Brunson down to Josh Hart, and he lays it in. Nice backdoor play. 81-54. Tobias Harris over to Cunningham. Cunningham over to Tim Hardaway Jr. for a 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Josh Hart. Here comes the Knicks. Hart looking. Hart over to Brunson. Brunson over to Towns. Back to Brunson. Down the lane. Lays it up and in. 83-54. Timeout on the floor. Pistons. He was good, bro. Yes, sir. Knicks up big, man. Knicks are up big. 83-54 in this game, man. Like I said, just keep staying aggressive. Don't take your foot off the gas and just like put this game away real early against the Pistons, man. This is what you got to do to teams like this, man. Got to beat these boys up. Got to beat them up. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll see you guys. All you guys up there, man. The Big Blue crew up there for this week, man. Y'all represent and enjoy, man. I couldn't make it down there, so they had little car issues and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna come up. I couldn't make it up there, man. I'll see y'all on the next trip and things like that. But I know y'all gonna have some fun down there, man, this weekend and stuff like that. Giants Commanders game and stuff like that, bro. All right, Knicks with a 29-point lead at third quarter, early third quarter in this game. 8:24 left to go in the third quarter. Knicks up 29, man. Knicks been in the lead from the start. So they haven't let up. So hey, just keep it going, man. Let's go. Like I said, man, also on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, Leaf Diggy right now is on doing the Brooklyn Nets and the Chicago Bulls game right now. I'm going to look at some other scores around the Scores around the league. Like I said, Celtics up 75-71 over Charlotte. 9:19 left to go in the third quarter in that game. Close game with the Hornets. Halftime, Cleveland is up 63-44 over Orlando. Second quarter, Sacramento's up 51-40 over Atlanta. 51-40, 6:29 left to go in the second quarter. And also second quarter, Brooklyn up 57-43 over the Bulls. 3:58 left to go in the second quarter before the half. And then also the Lakers are up 56-34 over the Toronto Raptors with 7 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Late first quarter, the Pacers are down to the Pelicans 24-23 with 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. So those are some other halftimes, other scores around the league. All right, back to action. It'll be the Pistons ball inbound. Yeah, also, that's my brother Edie Chosen One right there, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his network, the Shakedown Media. Make sure you pop up there and go. You already know. I was just talking about you, bro. You already know.
What's going on? Talk to me.
So, what's up, man? The Knicks up here, I mean, they blowing out the Pistons 83-57 right now. You know what I'm saying? So
As we should. These are games that we put in the back pocket. You feel me? Because later on down the line, when you start losing those games in the NBA season, people forget, man, it's 82 games. You feel me? So you start losing those games that you're not supposed to on a night where somebody may have low management rest, because that's a real thing these days in the NBA. You feel me? And you lose one of them games where you think your bench and your players are gonna beat a team and they come in hungry and desperate and win. These are the wins that are piled up, so you don't got to worry about those to drop your spot in the order in the playoffs or anything like that. So yes, I'm very happy that we are killing, crushing, destroying, and letting it be known we are levels above this team. Because think about it. It was times in our life where we would be the Detroit Pistons. You feel me? So I'm happy to be on this level. I'm happy to destroy, take names, and not give a goddamn about what's going on. Just keep killing. I'm happy.
Take names, hand out ass whippings, and then ask questions later.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's what we doing, bro. So, yeah, I see Leaf Diggy's on the other stream calling the Nets game right now. They playing the Bulls right now and stuff. So the Nets they've been surprising. They've been in a lot of games, man. They've been winning some games too and stuff like that. They've been very competitive.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's because there's no superstars there. So therefore they're playing team basketball. In the NBA, a team is hard to beat when they're playing team basketball, because they don't got to concentrate on a superstar. So you don't know where the scoring is going to come from. You don't know where the rebounding is going to come from. And your scouting report is, hey, man, this team plays hard. They play together and they're physical every night. So now you just got to play against a whole team.
That's right, man. You're right about that, man, because they just playing with house money right now. So anybody going to just pick up the slack. Cameron Thomas, Cam Thomas, any of those guys, Claxton, all them guys could pick up the scoring slack.
Yo, you know what I'm super, super blessed to see with our Knicks team early?
What?
The balance of scoring.
I was just going to say that, bro. I'm looking at the scores.
Every time you look in the box scores, even against the Celtics, Tatum just had himself a game. They had 90 points off 3-pointers, bro. Ain't nothing you can do about that. There's 90 points off 3-pointers. But every game after that, all the starting five from the Knicks have been in double figures for the Knicks. All the starting five. And they were 4 points away from all five starters having 20 points in a game. It would have been the first time in NBA history that all five starters had 20 points apiece.
Right. Yeah, they have been balanced, man. That's
they balanced, bro.
Yeah, and then also that bench, man. Like I said, guys coming I like Ariel Hukporti. I like that dude. So I want him to see him play some more minutes. Jericho Sims is doing good too. So hey man, we got some bigs, man. You know, I know people saying we ain't got no bigs and all that type of stuff. We're gonna be very thin in the bit. But hey, if Hukporti develops, man, like he's doing right now, let him play, and Sims just get the rebound, do what you got to do. And you know, he's been working on the shot in the all season with Mike Bibby, you know, for the first time, because the other 2 all seasons, man, he had to have surgery in the all season, so he had to rehab, so he really couldn't work on
Mhm.
that, you know. And
What I like about Sims is he gives you the option because he does have ball handling ability for his height, right? So he gives you the option of when he does get a rebound on the defensive side of the ball to bring the ball up a couple of feet to get over the half court line to give a, to give a press and a zone press and a full court press a break. He'll help out with that, bringing the ball up, maybe even if he goes 5-6 steps, which is 2 to 3 dribbles for him, right? He'll be before half and he'll be able to be tall enough to see over defenses to get the ball to anybody. So we won't have to worry about having a low shot clock when we get on our end of the floor.
Yeah, and also,
So I
man,
like that.
the thing with Sims, man, he has that pop off the ground. I mean, the only other player
Oh,
that
yeah.
has the pop
Yeah.
is like Wiggins, Andrew Wiggins. You know, he just pops off the ground. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's very rare that you can see that.
I call it the kangaroo.
Yep.
He got that kangaroo jump. You know what I'm saying? That 2 feet kangaroo jump where he doesn't have to be on the floor long, but he gets maximum height to lifting off the ground.
Yeah, like a pogo stick, man. Just
Mhm.
popping off that thing, man. And yeah, man, with Karl Anthony Towns shooting like this, man, it's like it's crazy. I mean, he was struggling the first couple of games, but now he's really starting to put it together and you know, getting that rhythm and stuff like that, man. And it's a thing of beauty, man. I'm watching it, man. I'm just like, yo, man. And Josh Hart, this dude is just like Mr. Double machine, getting like 13, 15
Mhm.
games. He's just getting all the rebounds, man. You know, so it's a thing of
And
beauty.
I'm loving what McBride does when he comes off the bench.
The hot
He's
hand.
playing hard-nosed defense and he's
Mm-hmm.
hitting shots when they count and they meet and when he's needed the most. When Tibbs needs that spark, especially against Miami, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Brunson was struggling for the first 3 quarters, McBride
Mm-hmm.
was holding them down. And then Towns got involved and just like separated itself from everybody in that game. Him and Hero had a battle. And he just
Mm-hmm.
let it be known, listen, you gonna stay hot, I'm gonna stay hot. Once you get cold, I'm not.
Yep.
And that was it.
Man, Knicks
So
now 96
mhm,
68 or 28-point lead. Like I said, they're just gonna keep doing it. Hey, we're gonna keep trading baskets. I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna keep the lead.
right. Go up by 30 going into the fourth quarter, right?
Mm.
And give
The rookie,
Sims,
right?
McBride,
Yeah, for 40, Kobe.
Aborty, and Kolick the run. Dadier doesn't play today. You sit.
He ain't
Because
playing.
I need you to understand that even if you see us winning, you got to earn these minutes.
Right. And
I need you to respect that.
he's gonna play. He's gonna play at some point in the season, man. Because he's like I said, I like his his size and everything, and also he got a nice shot and all that stuff. So it's only gonna be a matter of time before he starts
Yeah.
playing and stuff like that. So that's another wing defender right there.
Kolick has a great ability to find the open man for his shot. I love his floor leadership, man, and
And
his ability to see the floor. That
court.
kid has the vision.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I think he let
He
that.
knows how to feed inside to the big man. He knows how to get to his wing shooters, and he can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very high field goal percentage when he gets the ball. He knows how to shoot, man. So
Yep.
I'm liking what we're doing. So let me ask you a question while, and thank you for blessing me, brother, and bringing me through.
Oh man, yo, should give you a proper introduction, man. This is E the Chosen One, man, from the Shakedown Media Network, man. If you don't know, man, go check that channel out, man. Please go and subscribe to their channel, the Shakedown Media Network, as well as E the Chosen One, man. Great guys. Actually, them guys been on. They had the 10-year anniversary, man. So much
Yeah.
congratulations to you guys, man, for doing it that long, man.
Thank you, my brother.
bro, man. Like I said, you was one of the first guys that I watched on like the YouTube, like the Shakedown. You know what I'm saying? Big Platinum and stuff like that. When I was doing this stuff, and like, you know what I'm saying, even though I was in the Knicks community with Knicks fan TV, you know what I'm saying, but I was seeing other, content creators, and I just enjoyed you guys, man. I was like, man, them dudes got like a whole arsenal of guys over there. You know what I'm saying? Breaking down games and stuff like that, man. Giants contents and stuff like that, man. So, like I said, make sure you go subscribe to E the Chosen One on the Shakedown Media Network. I'll throw his link in the chat. I'll find it and throw it in the chat, man. So you guys can go subscribe, man.
Thank you, brother. I'm humbly thankful for that, man. So my question is, what I wanted to ask you is this. Now the season is going to get deeper. We know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was starting 5, 2 wing defenders, 3 and D guys, 2 guys that also can create their own shot. People didn't realize Anunoby was that good. He can create his own shot. He can put the ball on the floor. He has moves with his back to the basket, and he can spot up and hit threes. You feel me? So a lot of people didn't know he was that good offensively because he played behind Kawhi Leonard and Pascal Siakam.
Right.
And also, I forget the point guard. What's his name? Van Noy, right? Van
Fleet.
Van Fleet. He played behind Van Fleet. So he was the 4th option for scoring, but the 2nd option on defense, right?
Right.
So he didn't get a chance to be seen as much as he could. So he did play behind those guys when it came to being the 3rd or 4th option.
Right.
He's on full display right now. That the Knicks lose nothing when he's on the floor, and the defensive prowess he has on top of the offensive skill set he has. He's a top 5 two-way player in this league if he wasn't on this team.
Yes, he is. Yep, OG Anunoby. I mean, he always said that when he was in Toronto, he wanted the opportunity to showcase his he could be more than a defensive player. Which I mean, I know he's but it's great to have an option like him, like a 3rd option or something like that, where you could depend on him, and especially you could give it to him in a post, and you see him backing them guys down. He has a post. It ain't like he just could shoot. Now he could post up too. So if he get a mismatch, he's gonna take advantage of that mismatch and try to get a foul or try to score down, and that's what you want. So yeah, man, we got a lot of wing players, man. Like I said, with those OG, Mikal Bridges,
but a lot of length on the floor. You feel me? Exactly. We got a lot of length on the floor. Remember, Karl Anthony Towns is 7 feet. And Anunoby is 6'9", 6'10". Bridges is 6'6", 6'7". Brunson may be 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". Hart is 6'4", 6'5". You feel me?
Right.
So you're dealing with taller guards. You're dealing with lengthy wings, and now you have a stretch 5
that we never ever had before.
Yeah, that we never had before. He may be possibly the best shooting big man that we've ever had. Now, don't get it twisted. Patrick Ewing could definitely shoot, but he wasn't shooting threes on a consistent basis like that. Like Karl Anthony Towns, a 3-pointer is a layup for him. And then on top of that, he knows how to get physical, bang bodies. He can shoot with either hand. He knows how to, and he can create a shot off the dribble and get to the hole. You feel me? So he's a perfect complement to Jalen Brunson. And Anunoby gets his points within game flow. Mikal Bridges doesn't rush anything. And Josh Hart gets his own shots from his own defensive boards, offensive boards, and if he's open. So they have a great mix of players that complements what Tibbs wants to do. And they all play defense. They're all bought in.
Right.
They're bought in. Now, my question for you and the audience is this. What do you feel we're missing to solidify us as NBA championship contenders? What do you think we're missing?
I just think, I mean, as far as like, I like the starters, and when Mitchell Robinson come back, I mean, that'll be even better, because if Mitchell Robinson, I don't know if he's going to get into start lineup, but if that's the case, then you can put him at the 5 and Anthony Towns at the 4, and then move those other guys down, and Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Brunson. But at bench, we need that bench. We need that we need that scorer off the bench, somebody who I know.
Mm.
That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? I know Deuce is a scorer, but we also need like a wing player that can really score that ball. And, you know, somebody that would be good. I mean, I know I only can get him is like Kyle Kuzma. If you had Kuzma coming off the bench with these guys and stuff like that, a score and stuff like that would be great. You know what I'm saying? I think that would really solidify us because, like I said, with these guys right now with Porty, Sims, Robinson, and Towns, we got a lot of bigs. You know, some people saying we didn't have no bigs at the start of the season, but now with the way these guys looking, the way they playing, like we got some bigs, man. You know, so that's not a part of our. That, you know, that was a weakness. That's what people said. That was our team was the bigs at the 5 spot. But if Porty can come in, he's a physical guy. He's about 6'10". He plays physical. You know what I'm saying? He got some size to him, so that's better.
Yeah.
He got some size to him. You know what I'm saying? So none of these guys are like rail thin. You know what I'm saying? These guys have size to them. So it's like,
Right.
you know, so I'm not worried about it. So like if we play teams like Cleveland, you know, with the physicality, you know, with our bigs, you know, with Towns or Robinson, we're gonna dominate. What's that, Mobley and
Because we going to bring them outside. See, something that a lot of people don't know, Cave, is this: the Knicks were not able to bring teams outside at the 5 position.
right.
So when a 5, a lot of people may not know this in basketball, but you may know it. When you're able to stretch the floor with a 5, that means that you're able to allow the other 4 positions on the floor to get where they want on the floor and also have basket penetration to the lane. When you bring a 5 out of the lane, your wings become your best options. So this is why a guy like Brunson, a guy like Hart, and a guy like Anunoby are starting to score inside, because you have to go outside to play the threat of Karl Anthony Towns pulling up for 3. When your 5 but jumps out there to play defense at the top of the key, a guy like Anunoby is posting up. A guy like Jalen Brunson, who creates his own shot and slows the game down, is going to be on the wings. A guy like Josh Hart, who's more of a slasher and penetrator to the basket, is going to have them open lanes because guys can't stay down there anymore. They can't crowd the lane, because if they crowd the lane, you leave Karl Anthony Towns free all around the perimeter, and he can shoot from anywhere on the perimeter. People forget he's a 2-time NBA 3-point shootout champion.
Right. Yeah, and the thing with them is like with that, what you just said as far as the 5 bringing out, they mimic Boston and call a 5 out. 5, you know, now they got a 5 that can be out too. So that way you're gonna have to have, like you said, people can't just clog up the lane. They got to come outside. You know,
right? Guys like Anthony Davis, guys like Joel Embiid, guys like Kristaps Porzingis, guys like Miles Turner, guys like Evan Mobley. All of those guys have to step out now.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if you leave him out there, you know what time it is.
He's putting it up, you know what I'm saying?
And it is definitely going up. There's no hesitation with that.
So Knicks finished off that 3rd quarter strong, man. Leading by 30 points, 104-74, man, after 3 quarters and stuff like that. So
it's time to rest the starters.
Yeah, man.
It's time to rest the starters. Take them out because you don't want to jeopardize them getting hurt. They're in good form. They're over 100 points. Take them out the game. Put your bench in. Let them get that work. Let them get that cohesiveness and give them some real minutes, because when you put a bench in, teams like Detroit may feel disrespected. So they feel like, you know what, they're going to put their bench in. Now we going to try to play a little extra hard, get back in this game possibly, because we've seen 30-point leads blown. Let's get that out there.
Of course. No lead is safe in the NBA. Everybody knows that.
Right. So this is the part where you see what you got early in the season. I test these dudes, bring in a whole new 5.
Yeah, well,
give them one mission. I give them one mission. In 5 minutes, if this game is under 20, none of you. Huh?
Yeah, you're coming out, right? You're coming out.
Facts. I see you miss 2 shots in a row, you coming out. I see you miss a rebound. I see you missing assignment on defense. I see you missing swinging the ball around the perimeter and getting everybody to touch it. You're coming out.
Yep.
We're building an NBA champion, and you're not going to be the deficit on an NBA champion, because you never know when your number's going to be called. So if you're prepared, you don't got to get ready. I'm on it like that.
Man, I'm just sometimes I'll just be thinking about how the Knicks are now. Like 3 years ago, we were a totally different team. Gone is R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel quickly,
That was my
Julius.
guy too, man.
I
Let
know
me let me
Julius.
let me bring that up, man. That was my guy, man.
It's
I was a
amazing how
Barrett guy.
me too. All those guys are gone now, man. It's just like wow. All the guys who were there at the ground level to bring to start the turnaround. They're not going to be there to reap the rewards.
Yeah.
That's the only sad part about it. It's just like, man, it's like how this team have turned, man. It's like
And
everybody.
I know, Cave, right? And I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, bro.
You
But you
good.
said something that sparked my conversation just now. And I know, Cave. I know if we don't trade Barrett, we never get Anunoby, right? I
Right.
know this. But yo, if we could have found a way to have them both right now,
Mm-hmm.
Barrett is a perfect wing player for this team right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All the pressure is off him. All he has to do is go out there and be 18 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. When I
Mm-hmm.
tell you he's good, he's good. 18 and 5, that's all he got to be. And he's giving everybody problems because of the fact that they got to play defense.
Mm-hmm. I know, man. I know. Sometimes it's like, man, they
I
going
know, man.
quickly.
I
Is going.
really like that kid, man.
Obi Toppin's going. Quentin Grimes is going. It's like everybody is just like it's only
Mhm.
Deuce and Jericho Sims is here, man. Everybody else has been new. Only Deuce and Jericho Sims and Mitchell Robinson. Those are only three.
You know who I'm heard of too, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Knick fans, don't judge me for what I'm about to say. Chat, don't judge me for what I'm about to say. That Man-Cave will tell y'all I'm one of the realest analytical dudes possibly on these airwaves. I will never lie to you. That's number one, and I'm gonna be real with it when I'm real with it. I don't miss Julius Randle. You know who I miss?
He's Dante.
Yeah, man. Out of everybody, bro, I do not miss Julius Randle. It's
Yeah,
Dante, fam. I just wish he could have been here for this.
man. Yeah, man. The Nova Knicks, man. I know, man. When he was involved in the trade, I said, "What?" I said, "He's gonna go." I was like,
Yeah, man.
I
But
think.
he's giving them quality minutes over there in Minnesota, bro.
Oh yeah, of
He's
course.
giving them quality minutes.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? And like, man, all I think about is just like the thing I had, like, R.J. Barrett and saying somebody like that who wanted to be drafted by the Knicks, saying wanted to be here.
Yeah,
Those are things that you don't like, that players that's loyal to a fan base and the team. I mean, even Dante DiVincenzo, you come here in free agency because this is where you want to be. This is where you chose to be at, and then you get
right.
traded.
You know
Man,
who else I miss? I miss Emmanuel quickly, bro.
yeah, IQ, of course,
I
man.
miss IQ, man. I do.
It's
So
weird seeing
Dante,
uniform, man.
IQ, and Barrett, man. I missed them a little bit. I
I
missed
know,
them
man.
a little bit.
When we played Toronto last year, man, it was just weird seeing them in a different uniform, man. Quickly
Yeah,
and
it
I was just
was. They did work too. They just couldn't beat us.
yeah,
But
yeah,
they
yeah,
did
yeah.
their job. Barrett did what he had to do. Quickly did what he had to do. It's just that they didn't have a better team than we did. And I think that was the trade. That was the game we played them after we took Anunoby from them, right?
Yep. That was it when we traded for Anunoby and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So
And
it was like,
Siakam went to Indiana with Obi Toppin. It was a three-way trade.
uh-huh. So all the young guys, Obi Toppin, we got rid of all our young guys, man. And traded all them guys are gone now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like I said, it's like a whole new Knicks team right now. And man,
And he just made some money. He just signed a contract too.
who?
Obi for the Pacers.
Obi sign, what's name? IQ sign. Now the one person that's Barrett is the one I feel bad about because I feel like Barrett got shortchanged out of everybody because the contract he signed with the Knicks compared to like all these other guys, the money that they getting now, all these other younger guys on these teams getting way more money than Barrett got, and I'm like,
Yo,
he did
we
more
could
than.
bring him. We could bring him back.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is like he get $107 million, and everybody's like, oh, that's too much money. It's like now you're looking at Jalen Suggs getting $150 million.
Facts.
Wagner and Kay Cunningham, these guys getting like what $200 million. I'm like, man, what is
But you know what's crazy? Brunson took $100 million pay cut just so he could keep DiVincenzo in them. And they
Right.
still traded him.
Yeah, but the reason why they traded DiVincenzo because Minnesota requested him being in a trade because first the Knicks was trying to offer Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle, and they was just like, nah, because of the contract.
Yeah, we ain't dealing. And plus, one dude ain't never going to play a whole season anyway. We ain't
Right,
dealing with that.
right. And then, but like I said, they DiVincenzo, like they wanted him in free agency. It came down to the Knicks and the Timberwolves, and he chose the Knicks. And then so when they made that trade, it's like they requested him to be in the trade. He had to be in the trade, and that's why he went.
Mm-hmm.
And they see why, because the dude he's a scorer. He can score. I mean, especially off the bench, starting whatever he's doing,
Yeah,
man.
that dude, man, that dude has game. And I'm going to tell you why. He played against Steph Curry for 4 years, 3 times out of a week.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, the NBA, you play 4 games minimum, 3 games minimum, and 3 practices minimum in 7 days.
Mhm.
That's why you
Yep.
get paid all of that money. You feel me?
Mhm.
The minimum you can play in a week is 3 games in the NBA.
Right.
That dude played against Steph Curry every day for 4 years. That's why
Mhm.
playing against anybody else didn't mean nothing.
Right.
When you play against the greatest shooter to ever play, don't nobody
Mhm.
compare to that. And then you learn from him because you're battling them.
Mhm.
You're playing against the best to ever play at that position, shooting the basketball. You don't think you're
Right.
going to take a thing or two from him being around him for 4
Mhm.
years? Absolutely.
Yeah, and I know we played Boston. We got the doors blown off against Boston, but like I said, that was an anomaly. There was like they was
Yeah, that
shooting
ain't happening
so hot.
twice.
I mean, they was anything they threw up was just going in. Anything they threw up was going in that night. It was just one of those ring ceremony night. You know what I'm saying? But it won't be like that again. So I'm not worried about Boston.
First of all, they haven't done that to no other team since they've been playing.
Right. And the other teams that they've been playing is they've been right there. They've what I'm saying? It's not like they blown
Right.
points. They've been right there because they in a battle right now with Charlotte right now with the Hornets. It's 97-94 in that game in the fourth quarter.
That boy is playing basketball, man. We fans of the NBA. I could say that, right, Cave?
Of
It's
course.
okay for me to say that. We're
Yeah.
fans of the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm a LaMelo Ball fan, bro.
Mellow
I'm a
ball.
fan of that dude, bro. Like I
Uh-huh.
had to catch myself, Cave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of that kid, man.
Yeah.
He's nice, bro.
He's he's unorthodox the way he plays his game, but hey, it works for him, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a different player. He's one of the players be like nobody plays a game like he plays it. He plays it different than anybody. So let me see it again. The Knicks up 114-81, and they still got. Hey man, see Tom Thibodeau doing the thing. They still got the starters in. Some of the starters in.
Yeah, he has to. This is the part where that old age shit
Right.
has to come around, like swipe that shit across the top of your head that's still a little that look like
Right.
stitches, right? Swipe that
Mhm.
shit and call a timeout. You know what I'm saying? Put that little one piece across your motherfucking baldy and
Mhm.
recognize it's time to sit down starters in games like this, which is meaningless. I
Right.
understand you want them to have attrition. I get all of that. And that
Mhm.
we get it. But guess what? It's time to see what you have in a 30-point game with your bitch. That's it.
Right.
We're well into the third. We're well into the fourth quarter. They're not going to come back with 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. They won't have enough possessions.
He
You
he
feel
be,
me?
he be acting like they're gonna come back. He be acting like they're gonna come back. Like Tom, let the young guys play,
I
man.
bet you he do that shit with 5 minutes to go.
It's 7:29 left to go in this
Yeah.
in this.
Now tell me when it's 5 minutes to go and watch how you see them start to go to the bench.
Listen, I hope so. You know what I'm saying? They should go to the bench right now because it's still Bridges and Towns just came back in the game. Bridges, Towns, and Harder's in the game. And the Knicks up by
Yes,
30 points right 30 points right now.
yeah, you can't be doing that.
All right, it's
Look at the
7:27. It's 7 something left to go, man. It's like it ain't no
look at the
time.
balance though, man. Look at the balance. You see that, bro?
That's crazy, right?
Look at the balance, man. OG 21, Towns 21, Brunson 36.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me, Bridges 13, Hart 13. Look at the rebounding, man.
Like I said, they hey, this is a balance. This is a balanced attack, man. This is a balance.
Mhm.
If they can keep it up, this is a balanced attack, man. Like I
And
said,
this
and look,
ain't an anomaly either, bro, because we playing Detroit. Because we did the same goddamn thing to Indiana. We did the same goddamn thing to Miami. And we doing the same goddamn thing to Detroit.
yep. Yep, like I said, yep, against Miami and stuff like that. Hey, man, that game, I love that game because we was down in that game. We came back. We stuck with it and we came back. Like I said, Brunson finally woke up, you know what I'm saying, because he had a bad first half. Towns was just like crazy in that game.
Yes, he said, okay, I got it. You sleepy still? You was hanging out last night? Whatever y'all was doing, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
I need to show why y'all traded for me. I need to show Knicks fans that I'm here and I'm committed. I need to show the coach that I first started my NBA career with, that believes in me, that I'm him, and let's get it going. And he got it going. And he got it going against a defensive team, too. Miami is a defensive team. Don't get that twisted.
Yep. And like
He
I said,
put them boys on notice. Adebayo and all of them.
that's right, yo, and you know, funny you said that with Adebayo. That was the first time he played against the Knicks with a stretch five like that, because you know he used to play against Mitchell Robinson and you know
Yeah, dudes who can't score.
or dudes who just stay near the basket. Whereas now he has to come out and you know Towns just cooked them, man, with 44 points. Is like
Yeah. And Adebayo has never had to come that far out to the key unless he has to play against an Anthony Davis, a Joel Embiid, a Sabonis, a Jokic. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He's not stepping out like that when it comes to the East. And he's that dude when it comes to the East. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So now you have somebody else that you have to play defense on. I think Cat will possibly be on the next Olympic team too.
Cat, but you know, but I think Cat for some reason I think Cat plays on a Dominican team.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did play on the DR team.
Right, that's what he plays on and stuff like that. Man. But man, like I said, man, Leon Rose, man, he totally flipped the Knicks, man, from like 3-4 years ago. The players are totally different. Like I couldn't even believe it when they was like, you know, making these shows. Like, what are they doing? What's going on? It's like, and then you start seeing the pieces falling together. It's like, okay, but yeah, IQ really hurt. IQ, man, IQ hurt. I know, but you got to give up something to get something. But the only good thing I'm just saying, if they trade him back to his hometown team of Toronto, which is a great thing. But like I said, miss Emmanuel quickly, Dante DiVincenzo, those guys have been great off the bench. But you know, IQ wanted a starting role, which he got in Toronto, so I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? He's there and stuff, and he's doing good. So I'm happy for those guys, man. You see them homegrown talent. You know, Obi Toppin was never really going to get the opportunity here, you know, even though he's a fan favorite and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he's do good in Indiana.
Yeah, he's going to definitely do good in Indiana because I don't know who the coach is over there.
It's who was the coach of the
it's not Carlisle, right?
It is.
It's Carlisle, right? Okay. Carlisle is an old school coach.
Mm-hmm.
So old school coaches, a lot of people, and once again, if you're in the chat, you may not know this, but if you weren't watching 90s basketball to early 2000s basketball, you don't know about a 10-man rotation. You probably never even heard that before I said it just now. 90s basketball was about being in a 10-man rotation, meaning as the only two players that did not play was the two players at the end of the bench, and they were probably either rookies or guys who just got on the team who couldn't get no burn because the 2 point guards was rocking, the 2 forwards was rocking, the 2 power forwards was rocking, the 2 shooting guards was rocking. So you had a 10-man rotation from the 90s to the late 2000s. That was before load management ever was a thing. So you built your roster of 10 men. And players made their name when they became the 12th man off the bench and showed that they deserved to play basketball. So other teams picked them up and they became starters.
What's good, Mets, man? Welcome to the show, Mets.
I mean, Look,
Hey,
I
Nets.
mean,
Mets, you're happy right now. You should be happy, right?
I am. It's just that the problem is being Detroit's kind of getting redundant these days. I mean, look, I know Detroit is in a constant running gag of a rebuild because their owner is more about building a losing culture than a winning one because he's that much of a numbskull.
Hey, hold on, Mets. He gonna be happy, right? He got all the bench players in right now. 5 minutes.
See, what's the count
It's 30
on the
points.
clock?
118.88 with 440.
No. What's the time on the clock? How much time is left?
4 minutes, 12 seconds.
Yeah, 4 minutes, 12 seconds.
What I told you. I know Thibodeau, bro. I know who he is.
You know.
I know who he is, man. I told you they was in 5 minutes that was gonna happen.
But that's only when he's facing teams that are cannon fodder. When he's facing teams that are much bigger competition, like say Boston, Cleveland, Minnesota, etc. He shrinks the bench, and that bugs me.
He drops down, right, Mets? And I love the fact that you're talking about this because I just mentioned in the mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, there was something called a 10-man rotation in NBA teams, right?
Yeah,
But now, since low management and Mets, I want you to finish your point after I say this sentence. There is what Tibbs does when we play against the more elite teams, right? And he drops it down to a 8-man rotation. And sometimes you may see a 7-man rotation, depending on how the game is going. So he shrinks his bench, as you said, to the higher competition because he feels he needs his starters to play. But I believe that this thing that he's about to do right now allows guys. And real quick, one last thing. Why do you think the Knicks won so much last season? Because 2 prominent starters got hurt. So the bench had to start 30 plus games.
My point is, the whole shrinking the bench thing leads to a trade-off of gassing both the stars and whatever bench players you do use down to a point. It drives me to a mindset where I think he's just giving into his own tunnel vision tactically. It's a problem I brought up on the Orange Tears podcast. And Cave would know about that since he pops up on there periodically as well.
Yeah, we know it's his, man. The bench is like I said, but he gonna have to trust these guys, man. Let these guys play because, like I said, you don't want to wear down your starting 5, man. You know, you got capable replacements, like spell them. You know what I'm saying? So let him play because Deuce, like I said, look at Deuce. He wasn't playing Deuce a lot. Now look at Deuce is like a mainstay in the rotation, and Deuce shooting has improved so dramatically, man. It's like we need a shooter, man. If when he shoots, I'll be like, it's going in. Every time he shoots, I'm like, it's going in. I got confidence.
And
Listen, have some respect. Don't try to judge me. Have some respect, okay? This is my era right here. Just be cool.
Well, I should have went and got my Duke hat too. You know what I'm saying? Duke UNLV. Like,
just this is my joint.
But compounding the issue even further, you have a GM in Leon Rose who's basically a spendthrift with draft capital, giving it away for get-rich-quick pieces. And that's another thing that bugs me with this regime.
But he does keep his players and sign them to learn long-term contracts. Mets, think about it, right? Anunoby's locked up. Brunson's locked up. Hart and those guys, I think they have 1 more year on their contract after this year. Bridges has what? He's here for 3 to 4? He's here for 4, right?
Bridges has something where it's like he can sign an extension now or something, but I think they're waiting or something like that. So I think he only got another year on this contract or something like that.
And we got Cat for how many years? The minimum? 2?
4, because this is his first year of his contract. Was a 4-year deal, I believe. So
exactly my point. So think about it. These guys are 26, 27, 28. So they're going to be playing together in their primes, Mets. They're going to be together in their primes. And we all know basketball, you can play till you're 38, 39 years old, depending on your health.
Yeah, and then as far as the first round picks, I don't mind the first round picks being traded no more compared to like back in the past when we was trading first round picks for damaged goods guys, you know what I'm saying? Like wasting them picks on like what's that?
Stephon Marbury, Eddie Curry,
Tracy McGrady when he was over the hill.
Steve
Come on, man.
Francis, like I
Zach
said,
Randolph.
Guys who were past their prime. We got an old McGrady. We got an old Penny Hardaway. We got an old Steve Francis.
Antonio
We got an old McDice. We got an old Baron Davis. We got an old Chauncey Billups. We got an old. Come on, man. Look at the names that I'm naming.
Right.
We even got a fat Curry.
But the only difference is those first round picks was high first round picks that we were giving away though, and that was the problem because we were a bad team. Now we winning games. These picks were given away. These are like a low first round picks, so they're almost like second round picks that we're trading. And
so check it out though. How many of the first round picks that we gave away even have potential to make it in the NBA to be a superstar? These guys coming out of college now are not nowhere near superstars as they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You have one or two who stand out. I remember our era of basketball. The first 15 draft picks was impactful to their team.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have maybe 3, the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because the NBA doesn't recruit from college anymore either.
Yeah,
they go to these pro leagues overseas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Them first round picks, like I said, them first round picks used to hurt us in the past because they turn out to be like LaMarcus Aldridge. Who else? One of them turned out to be what's name? It turned out to be Jamal Murray was one of the picks that we gave in the Pistons and the Denver Nuggets deal that turned out to be Jamal.
Right.
You know, those picks hurt, you know, things like that. But that's when we were bad. So when you're bad, you're giving away lottery picks, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Which are impactful, you know, to build the other teams. Whereas now we give away first round picks, we're good. So it's like we're giving away, you know, it's not lottery picks no more. We're giving away those are like low first round picks. So those not really going to pan out to be nothing. You can't just hold on to the picks forever because they lose their value if you hold on for so long.
And they become low hanging fruit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's actually the value of them aren't as big as what the value should be. So you look at a guy like Cade Cunningham, right? I'll take him because he's playing against us tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time before him a Cade Cunningham came out?
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. When's the last time you saw generational talent in a draft? And I'm going to give you guys the answer. It was the last draft that Ja Morant and Andre Barrett was in, and Zion Williamson.
Right.
That was the last draft where generational talent came out. Now, somebody who's proven to be more talented than I thought is Banchero from Orlando.
Right. Yeah. I met you want to read off the stats, man. You can read off the stats. The game is over. Knicks up 128-198. They won the game by 30 points.
Okay.
You can read off the stats.
OG Anunoby, 32 minutes, 47 seconds, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. He went 8 for 15 from the field, 3 for 5 from behind the arc, 2 for 2 in the paint, 4 rebounds. Josh Hart, 37.05 on the floor, 13 minutes, 9 seconds, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 6 and 9 from the field, 1 for 3 from behind the arc, 3 turnovers. Cat, double-double, 21-11 with 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block in 27 minutes. 8 of 18 from the field, 3 of 6 from behind the arc, 2 of 3 from the paint. Mikal Bridges, 15 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 6-13 from the field, 3 of 6 from the arc. 30 minutes for Jalen Brunson, 36-1, 5 and 2, 14 of 20. 2 from the field, 6 of 8 from behind the arc, 2 of 4 from the stripe. 2 turnovers. Miles McBride, 10 points in 28 minutes, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 8 from behind the arc, missed a free throw. Jericho Sims, 6 rebounds in 16 minutes with a block, 1 field goal attempt, he missed it. Cameron Payne, 4 points, 1 board, 3 assists. 2 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from behind the arc. Jacob Toppin, 2 points. Paco Diade, 2 points, both in about 5 minutes. Tyler Kolek, 5 minutes, 4 points. Every one of them had 1 rebound. Kolek had a steal. Went 2 or 3 from the field. Luka Porty, no points in 5 minutes. Nothing to cross for him outside of a turnover. Knicks shot 52 of 101 for 51.5%. 18 of 38 from behind the arc for 47.4. 6 of 10 from the stripe. 45 total rebounds, 9 turnovers, 14 personal fouls. Detroit, on the other hand, Tim Hardaway Jr., 24 minutes, 8 points, 1 board, 3 assists, 3 of 9 shooting, 2 of 7 from behind the arc. 1 turnover, 1 foul. Tobias Harris, 13 points, 8 boards, 3 steals, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, 5 out of 8 from the field, 1 for 2 from the arc, 2 for 2 from behind the arc, 2 for 2 from the stripe in 25 minutes. Jalen Duren, 18 minutes, 5 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 2 for 2 from the field, 1 for 2 from the stripe. Jalen Ivey, 18 minutes, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from behind the arc. Kate Cunningham in 32 minutes, 22 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, 1 block, 10-19 shooting, 2 for 4 from behind the arc. 1 turnover, 4 turnovers for Ivy, 3 for Duren, 3 for Harris. Michael Beasley, or is it Malik Beasley? I don't know which one it is on Detroit.
Malik.
Malik Beasley, 25 minutes, 8 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 of 9 shooting, 2 of 6 from behind the arc. Fontecchio, 19 minutes, 12 points, 4 boards, 5 of 7 shooting, 2 for 4 from behind the arc, 1 miss at the free throw line, 3 fouls against Beasley, 3 turnovers on Beasley, 2 on Fontecchio. Isaiah Stewart in 16 minutes, 2 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 1 for 3 shooting. Holland the second, 22 minutes, 9 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 4 of 6 shooting, 0 for 2 behind the arc, 1 for 1 from the stripe. Sacer, 2 points in 19 minutes, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 for 2 shooting. Reed, 7 minutes, 5 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. 1 for 1 from the stripe, 1-0 rebound. Foul total 2-1-2, 2-1-1-1 for Stewart, Holland, Sacer, and Reed, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
Moore Jr., 5.5 minutes, 2 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 for 1 shooting, 1 turnover. Jenkins, no points, 0 for 1 shooting, 1 foul. 41 of 81 for the Pistons for 50.6% from the field, 11 of 34 from on the arc, 5 of 7 from the stripe, and 38 total rebounds, 22 turnovers, and 12 fouls.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you see, it's like, hey, man, we played 12 players today. They played 13. So, you know how many points the starters scored for the Knicks? Out of 128 points, they scored 106 points, the starters. 106 balance. That's balance scoring between 5 players right there, man. Just like you said, E, they keep with the balance scoring. That's going to wear teams down. And if the bench could come in and give us some great minutes and, you know, keep the lead and keep doing things, yeah, Knicks going to have a long, great season, man. Like I said, early on, we got to get this chemistry together and stuff like that. So I'll say the first 20, 30 games going to be a little bit slow. But after that, right before the All-Star break, and after that, they're going to take off.
Rockets are next in the docket.
Oh, that's going to be a tough game against the Rockets.
Then we get the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks, who have basically turned into dog shit so far this year.
I know, man. I don't know what's going on in Milwaukee right now.
Doc, he's an idiot. An egocentric idiot.
I think Middleton ain't playing. I think Middleton is out too. Middleton ain't playing. He's hurt too. He's always hurt though. Middleton.
Yeah, let me tell you how the Knicks are going to win that game versus the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
And Cave and Mets know something about me. I love educating fans, meaning as I'm not teaching you anything, but I love bringing up things that most people don't realize. So it makes you be like, you know what? I didn't think about it the way he said it. You probably seen it, but you didn't think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 players in the NBA that slow the game down because of their style of play.
Mm-hmm.
Only two.
Brunson.
That's Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic.
Mm-hmm.
They slowed the game down because of their style of play.
Right.
Now, Jokic is close to doing that, but he's not the guy with the ball in his hands most of the time. He's the recipient of the ball. See,
Mm-hmm.
guys like Brunson and guys like Luka, they have the ball in their hands most of the time, and the offense runs through them.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that he's not the biggest part of the offense in Denver, but the ball is not in his hands when it's taken out of bounds.
Right.
Feel me? So
Mhm.
when Luka and Brunson takes the ball out of bounds, if you think about it, it's normally 16 to 14 on the clock once they get over half court. Meaning as the Knicks and Mavericks know what they're going to do already with the ball because it's going to go through Luka and Brunson. With having somebody like that, a
Mhm.
team like the Rockets, the ball is slowed down and they're
Right.
forced to play defense. They're
Mhm.
forced to play a half-court game, something that they do not like. The Rockets are a high-flying, high-scoring, young, energetic team. They don't like playing half-court basketball. One, they're from the West Coast.
So they're basically built like last year's Pacers line.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. That it's 8 to 9 seconds on the shot clock when the ball is put up by the Rockets. Remember I said that.
Ralph, what's good, man? Yeah, the game is over, man. But you could come on if you want to, Ralph. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess the Rockets is like, yo, what's the name? What's the center name? What's the name? Seguin? I forgot his
Seguin.
Seguin. That's his name. Seguin and stuff like that. He's a
You're
good.
gonna have to step out.
Yeah, now you're gonna have to step out against
Now you're gonna have to step out.
Jalen, what's the other dude? Jalen Green, he's having a great season so far. You know what I'm saying? He's finally I guess the light bulb finally went off for him, take a little bit of
Yeah.
time. But,
He worked on his all-around game. He couldn't shoot as much as he could slash, get to the rim. He was one of those guys where you leave him around, he's getting to the rim, he's slashing, he's creating off the dribble and things like that. But now he's learned how to slow himself down, step back, turn around, you know what I mean? Trays, fades, and you know what I'm saying? Trays, J's, and fadeaways. He's learning how to, okay, this is how I become a complete player. So he's learning how to be a complete player early, but he hasn't faced the Knicks defense yet.
right. Sure, we got
So
some.
we'll see how complete it is.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see the Knicks defense with Mikal Bridges and OG and Anunoby really take off, man. Because them guys is going to cause a lot of problems during the season, deflections, steals, and stuff. They could. Good thing about them is like they could switch. You know what I'm saying? So if they get, they good enough on defense to because they
Talk
got
about it.
length. They got a lot of length, so they're gonna cause troubles for a lot of teams. They're quick. That's another thing is the quickness that they both have. They cover a lot of grounds and stuff like that. And if they do get a steal, they could start a break. It ain't like they got to wait for somebody to start a break. They could start the break and bring the ball up too. So that makes it even that much better and much tougher. You know what I'm saying? And like I said in the past, the wing position has been giving the Knicks problems, though. When we played other wings and high scorers, shooting guards and stuff like that, that we never had that. Now we got two guys who really can step up and play. And I know everybody say, oh, well, the Celtics, like, that's just an anomaly, folks. That's just one game. But let's see how we played them during the season. And also, we have to play them in the playoffs. Let's see how that goes during the playoffs, too. Because, like I said, that was the first game. Everybody was, how many mental breakdowns the Knicks had on defensive breakdown because they didn't know where to go or, stuff like that. So they ain't going to get quote on switches like that no more. Or if they come around those screens like the Celtics like doing, then the bigs will step up, like Towns will have to step up, around those screens and stuff and not drop back. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that they're going to remember and stuff like that and clean up.
I think it was the greatest thing that could have happened to us if you really want to know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I think coming out, getting punched in the mouth, and battling like that is one of the greatest things that could have happened to us. Because we don't face the Celtics. We're not realizing what that needs to be done with the rest of these teams. And the fact that they came out and hit 30, 3-pointers against us, right?
Right.
33 points.
And most of that was because of constantly missing the man, gambling on the chasing the ball instead of staying on the man, constantly being in drop coverage, and gambling on going over screens instead of hedging them.
And another thing, Mets, when you have a motion offense like the way that they ran that night, everybody's touching the ball on the perimeter. Remember what a motion offense is. It's for you to find the open shooter. So pass from the top of the key to the corner, cross court, maybe in the middle. Somebody finds the open man, hits him. He's wide open, shot up, right? The Knicks were so off their defensive assignments, they paid for it. Now they know. Now they know. And I will always say this. That was the greatest thing that happened to us in the season. I'm happy we didn't play them later on. So we might be lying to ourselves like, oh yeah, you know, we need to see who's who. No, they got that work, and now they know they need to go to work.
And you know, people was laughing because it's like, yo, y'all put all this money into all these wings to play the Celtics, and then y'all got blown out by them. It's like the wings ain't step up and stop them. And I was like, hey man, it was just one game. Like I said, it was a lot of wide open shots that they hit, and they wasn't missing them. And you know, it was just miscommunications on defense. That's all it was. But the next time we play them, they're gonna be stuck to those guys. So we're not even worried about them like that. You know what I'm saying? Alex, what's good, bro? Blue, what up, fellas? What's good, Alex? Just finished watching.
That they face when they face the Celtics again, they need to be more on the ready. They can't afford to gamble. They gotta go over the screens. And they have to hedge and ice the screens. They need to guard the open man, get in their faces, set their feet, get their hands up, get back in transition defense in a much faster clip,
and defend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it was. And like I said, on a night like that, man, everything the Celtics doing, it was going, and it was like everybody was on fire for some reason. Everybody couldn't miss. So I mean, there's nothing you could do when things like that happen. That's out of your control, man. It's just whereas like you know how people say they in the zone and everything they throwing is like they just like into an ocean. Everything is just so big. The rim is so big. Everything was going in. Anytime they had a wide open shot, they wasn't hesitating. They was just putting it up, and hey, they made it, man. But it ain't gonna be that easy the next time they play them like that. So I'm not worried about it, you know. And like he said, we did needed that loss, you know, to be humbled and stuff like that and stuff. But at the end of the day, like I said, it was the first game, so I'm not worried now. If it was like the end of the season, or you know, I'll be a little bit worried and stuff like that. But it was the first game, and like I said, guys is like, you know, they didn't know where to be on defensive assignments and stuff, miscommunication and stuff like that. It was their first game playing, you know, in the actual, you know, season compared to like the preseason and all that type of stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. And the Celtics, they've been playing with each other for a long time. So I ain't worried about it.
And Moser's saying right now the biggest threat in the division is not Boston, it's Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland is they beat us. You know, I think we should have won that game. We knew. I mean, we was up 13 on them and stuff like that. It's like
got lazy.
Yeah, what's name got hot? Darius Garland got hot in the fourth quarter, and you know that was about it. But I'm pretty sure, like I said, the next time they play them, they'll be ready for it because you know it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to go through the motions, see what teams do, what they like doing, and stuff like that. And Garland, like I said, you know, once you stick somebody onto him, it's like, hey, you know, that'll stop his game too. You know what I'm saying? So the only person really got worried about is Spider. You know what I'm saying? Because some other guys, like I said, man, come playoff time and the pressure, them guys, they melt. So I ain't even worried about those guys. But it was a big game for the Knicks, man. 128-98 over the Pistons. Knicks win by 30 points. Starter score 106 points in this game, man. It's like, hey, this is what we kind of envision and stuff like that. If this lineup can get it together, the defensive wings start playing better and stuff like that. It's gonna come though. It's gonna come. So we ain't even worried about it, man. You know, so like I said, the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference will be the Celtics, Knicks, 76ers, and what's the other team? Cavs and stuff. Milwaukee and stuff. Milwaukee, if they could get their stuff together, but who knows? Maybe they might be. Maybe they might. They might be in fluxes. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know what type of team they are. They used to be a high-scoring team, fast-paced. Now they're more of a half-court team. Chris Middleton, I mean, don't even play. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they're gonna do.
Again,
Is Antetokounmpo back?
I blame that on. I blame this more on Stock.
Yeah, is he back?
Big Blue. Nah, man, I'm not gonna make it, man. I can't make it up there, man. I had some little car issues, trouble, so I ain't gonna make it up there to the tailgate and all that stuff, man.
Neither am I.
You know,
I will be there.
You're gonna enjoy. I know y'all gonna be enjoying having a great.
I will be there, Alex. I will be there. But the one thing I'm gonna give a disclaimer right now, and I don't want nobody to feel no kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first game I will not be wearing a Giants jersey to.
He refused.
I do not feel that they deserve to be represented. But what I will do is wear the Giants colors. Right?
So you're basically boycotting.
Nope, I'm not boycotting. I just need something to be happy about. I'm tired of taking my jersey off on losses and being upset at the fact that I wore a jersey that people can make fun of me in because of the fact that I lost. Whenever I'm taking myself to MetLife, and remember, Mets, I know you don't know this about me. I travel. So I go to other states to watch our team.
Mm-hmm.
They call you out by the number of the jersey you want. I get tired of that.
So you'll probably
and they call you the name of the person on your jersey.
They be like,
so
92.
say if I wear, yeah. So if I wear my Lawrence Taylor jersey, they're like, Taylor, tough loss, huh? I know you talking to me, but my name ain't Taylor, so I ignored you.
Right. You talking
yeah, I don't want to hear that.
So you're heading down here next season when we do get New York, Carolina in the damn Charlotte area next season?
Yes, I will. I will be down there, Mets, and it will be a pleasure to sit, have a meal, have a drink, talk with you, brother, embrace you. I travel, fam. Everybody knows that. I'm always where I need to be.
Yeah, personally, if I do get a field pass, which I'm probably not going to, and Dable's still there, which he unfortunately will be, I'm going to super kick his jaw and his teeth down his throat for how incompetent he is.
Don't get arrested, man. Don't get yourself
Facts.
No.
And don't get me arrested because I'm going to be with you.
To hell with a criminal record. If it gets my point across, I might as well go out with a bang.
Hold on, you're going to go out and bang, and you're going to get your name out all over social media, and everybody's going to hate you in the state of North Carolina, right?
Actually, someone actually loved me because I kicked the opposing coach in the jaw.
Right. Well, that's if we play. That's if they play the Panthers next year. They may or they
will.
They will. Yeah.
Or they alternate, like they go back and forth, like because this one was going to be in Charlotte, they're going to be in New York next year. I mean,
no, not in this case, because it's not because it was not in because the 21-22 both games were in the Meadowlands.
Oh, okay.
Because this year it's in Berlin, next year it'll be in Charlotte.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make it up to that game, man, the Charlotte game, because I'm here in Atlanta, area, so I'm gonna make it to the.
Yo, are you going to the Atlanta game, Cave?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Giants.
All right. And you know what's even
That's in what? 3 weeks,
right? It's Christmas, it's like the 22nd.
So it'd be like 6
December.
weeks.
It's in December. It's in December.
So 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah, it's like December 22nd, I believe, is the date. Falcons game.
But no, the weather ain't gonna be no issue because they inside, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, the weather. It's inside. It's a dome game, so it's no.
I mean,
it's a dome.
Speaking of Falcons, it's bigger BS to do a regional coverage. I got stuck with Dallas versus Atlanta on Sunday for Fox instead of New York, Washington. You know who got that? Lou. On local television streams.
Oh, why? Because the North Carolina, different parts of North Carolina gets it?
Yeah. Anyone in the north central part of the state is getting Washington versus the Giants. Anyone else? They're getting Cowboys against Falcons. That's BS.
You know what's crazy, fellas?
What?
So Connecticut is the first state north of New York, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So for Yankees, Knicks, and Giants games, if you don't live in the southern part of Connecticut, you don't get the game.
You get stuck with.
So I gotta give all my brothers the streams so they go watch the games.
Let me guess. They get Patriots games. They live in the northern part of the state.
Of course.
Absolutely.
The New England States. Yeah, that was the same thing when I lived in Jersey for a little bit, man. I used to hate that, man, with
That's it, guys.
the Sixers and the Knicks, because the Sixers half of the jersey is Sixers and the other half is like Knicks. I used to hate that. I thought it was going to be all Knicks. But do the same thing with Giants. Half of jersey is Giants and the other half is Eagles.
You're right back, guys. I gotta get the mail.
Yeah. We good. But yeah, like I said, man, it was just like I don't like when they do that region by region thing. It's like if this is a whole state of North Carolina, they should just get the whole, get the game instead of like, breaking off what was half of the state. Look at some other scores around the league. Let's see what the Nets are doing. Other scores. Cleveland beating Orlando 113-98. They're going to win that game. No Paolo Banchero for the Magics. Sacramento up 109-98 over Atlanta with 7:46 left to go in the fourth quarter. Nets up 104-98 over Chicago. 7:11 left to go in the fourth quarter. End of the third quarter, Lakers and the Toronto Raptors. Lakers up 99-88. Third quarter, New Orleans, the Pelicans is up 72-64 over the Pacers. 7:51 left to go in the third quarter. And the final score that went final, Boston beats Charlotte 124-109. And the two late games will be Denver against Minnesota and then Oklahoma City against Portland will be the last two games of the night. So the Nets are winning 104-98 right now, late in the fourth quarter, 7:11 left to go in the fourth quarter, still time in that game. And Sacramento's up 109-98 over Atlanta, 7:46 in the fourth quarter in that game. So great night of NBA action. Like I said, once again, the Knicks beat the Detroit Pistons 128-98. The Knicks were led by Jalen Brunson, who had a big game tonight with 36 points. Karl Anthony Towns, 21 points, 11 rebounds in this game. So that'll be it. Thank you guys for tapping in, man. I want to say shout out to Jermaine Royster in the chat, boy G Money, also E the Chosen One for coming on, El Capitan, Rafachudo, Mets 21-28, Alex, Big Blue in the Bronx. Thanks for tapping in, man. We'll see you guys on the next podcast, man. Once again, the final score. Make sure you please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share on all social media platforms to the Man Cave Podcast, Mets 21-28. Also, the Shakedown Media Network, E the Chosen One. I put his link in the chat. Go subscribe to those guys. Great brothers. A lot of good stuff that you talk about. Great content over there. And also subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network and all the members of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Big Blue in the Bronx, Mets 21-28. Myself, the Man Cave Podcast, G Nation Inside Sports with Big Lou, Big Pat Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion Sports NYG, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Wales to New Jersey, Miz in the Midday, El Capital, Rafachudo, what's that? Zion Zenith, Mac the Giants fan, Leaf Diggy, Classified 3F with Joel. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. We'll see you guys next time on the Man Cave Podcast.
This has been a Big Blue Crew Sports Network production.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
The for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That Turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85-inch screen. The game's on, you rushing, please. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.TOD. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.